The Steel Secretary has just joined us on the announcements that came from her from her ministry overnight. Ms. Sharma, thank you very much for joining us. If you could just reiterate whether we have understood it right. At the moment, originally we had 173 products which were under MIP. Now for 66, it has been reimposed up to October 4th. For the remaining 107, you have either safeguard duty or anti-dumping duty in place?
For the remaining, anti-dumping duty is completely in place against 6 countries. Okay. So on the request of the Steel Ministry, all the 173, and along with that 2 more were added, that is the pipes and the wires, were sent to the Commerce Ministry. And the anti-safeguard duty is being done by the Finance Ministry, by Director General of the Safeguard. And he has agreed to impose the anti-dumping duty on a major portion of the old 173 list, that is minus 66. Okay. And in the longer way, it is always better to go for the anti-dumping route instead of MIP. Okay. MIP is always a short-term measure, and it cannot be a long-term permanent. So anti-dumping duty is going to be for 5 years on those products.
So this anti-dumping duty, you say, has to be still signed and delivered. You have sent, but it just
it has been given. No, it has been given provisional. So provisional comes into effect.
All right.
And the moment the formalities are over, it immediately comes into the effect from the day MIP ends, the day it has been announced. So there is no issue on that.
Okay. And this 66, as you said, anti-dumping, a minimum import price is always very difficult to defend with the WTO. Are you sure this 66 will not be objected to by other countries? They are in place till October 4th?
See, presently we have extended it till October 4th. There will be definitely issues on that, but then as we go along with it, we will have a very strong logic because the extension was needed at this moment of time, as the Indian steel industry has to be competitive with the world rates, but then they cannot be subjected to the various kind of hidden subsidies extended by other countries in the form of dumping. So therefore, the anti-dumping has been revoked into the one part of it, and the other part of it, which for 2 months we have gone. This 2 months gives us enough breather to work out on details and slowly get into the regime of anti-dumping.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Sharma. Thanks so much for joining in. Ms. Sharma, I just wanted to get that point forward. The MIP will be levied from today itself? That's the first part of...
Yes, from today for 2 months.
All right.
That is till 4th of October.
And on these 66 products, is it a move towards anti-dumping?
66 which were not in the anti-dumping, which we have issued on 29th itself by the DG, Director General of Safeguard.
All right.
So in the sense, the entire 173 is covered.
All right. And for the 66 products, it's a move towards anti-dumping duty?
It will be a gradual move. One will have to do the homework on it.
All right.
And the next challenge is that revoking anti-dumping duty on the various products, that procedure, the Ministry of Steel and Ministry of Commerce will be working together to make it much more simple and effective.
Okay. Ms. Sharma, is the industry very sure that they are competitive with all other countries other than the 6? I mean, the anti-dumping is on China, Japan, Korea, Russia, Brazil, Indonesia. Yes. Outside these 6, you are pretty sure our products are competitive?
No, it goes like this. Our products are completely competitive unless until these countries resort to dumping. Okay? So other countries, in case they are resorting to dumping, they can always get the resort from the MIP. Because MIP notification says that wherever anti-dumping is not there, it will be eligible. Right. So the balanced countries, in case they're going for it, it can be an advantage.
Well, Ms. Sharma, I want to push that point forward because we have seen imports coming in from Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia.
No issue.
It's only around 3% currently, but suppose it comes in from there, then what are the duties that would be applicable?
Absolutely no issue. In case they are resorting to the dumping procedure by giving an indirect subsidy into what their production rates or their landing rates, then there is a mechanism under MIP where it can be resorted to.
All right. Ms. Sharma, could you explain it to us? There's a lot, the street has been waiting for a lot of clarity, been speaking to a lot of ferrous players as well. How will this anti-dumping duty be levied? It's fixed at around 474, for example, for HRC. The current Chinese price is at around $400 per ton. Can you explain to us, will it be 400 plus 12.5% plus safeguard duty, or is it the difference between 474 and $400 per ton?
Absolutely. So what is the effective cost of production? Anti-dumping, see, we have to understand what dumping means. Dumping means that if their landing cost is X and they are sending it at X minus something, that minus something comes under the anti-dumping, right? So whatever is their production landing cost in India, at that rate, if they are rating it for for imports within the India and exports of that country, then that differential cost in case they are putting. So give you an example, suppose the production cost is say 500 and the landing cost in India they are putting it as 300, then that 200 comes under the anti-dumping.
All right, but where does this 474 figure then? If you just take the same example, 474 is the anti-dumping duty. So taking the same...
To that extent, what it means is to that extent, because that is an arithmetic that has been calculated, that is the production cost or a logical cost for which it should be coming. So that arithmetic, whatever is the difference, like in case it is competitive and they are landing it at their rate and their production cost is low and their transport is low and in India it lands it at lesser rate, there's no issue. But if it is higher and they are landing it at lesser rate, only then dumping comes into play.
That's right. Ms. Sharma, if you could just take that point forward, the current price of HRC is $400 per ton.
Yeah.
That's a CIF China. And you're saying that the anti-dumping duty is 474. So will it be 474 minus $400?
That will be case by case at that moment of time. That is the upper cap to which it can go.
That is the upper cap. And what about the 12.5% customs duty? That is calculated on what? On the 400?
That will all be at the cost of the landing. Those formulas does not get affected here.
Okay, all right. Final question then, Ms. Sharma, I want to ask you because there's so much of talk about MIP coming in and we have ADD as well that's come in, which will protect the industry. But the biggest company, that's SAIL. SAIL has been undercutting prices and that's what's really been spoiling prices currently. Is there some kind of measure that we're taking to see that SAIL, they improve their efficiency, they stop reducing prices? I'm also told that there is some retrospective pricing that SAIL is following currently.
See, it is very important for, SAIL is also in business. They are not supported by government in any way. So they will have to take their business decisions which are fair, which are competitive, and which are there in the market.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Sharma. I don't think my colleague has run out of questions, but we are running out of time. Thank you very much indeed for clarifying this bit. Nigel, today you think the steel sector is going to move more to this, or was this factored in?
I think, Latha, no one was factoring in that this is not going to come about. Otherwise, the stocks have been down 5-10% in the last couple of days. Today is the last day, and we have got the extension that's come yesterday. So till now, we didn't see any big gash. So that's clearly telling you that the street was saying, yes, we are going to get protection. Yes, something or the other is going to come. Either it's anti-dumping duty. Is it going to be MIP? Only point to note, Latha, is that prices are down by close to around 5 to around 8% just in the last 2 months or so. Underlying demand is really, really bad. So you can do all these duties, MIP, etc. Yes, that will protect the industry. But if you don't have demand, then how do you increase prices? For example, the landed cost of steel today, and if you just compare the domestic prices today, there will be a good $50 difference. Can the steel producers go tomorrow and increase it by $50? I don't think so, given the demand on the ground. So interesting to see, with these duties coming in, what is the price increase? Will it be $10? Will it be $20? Even if that is the case, I think it will still be okay if you get some
But you doubt that will happen?
There will be some increase, but will it be to the extent that it can be done? And if it's not being done to that extent, that's telling you that demand is very weak. And also, Latha, once before as well, steel, you can add maybe a boron or something to steel, and then you can import it. Then that circumvents any of this. And we have Sajjan Jindal just 5 days ago, he said, with MIP being there, yet we're getting so much of circumvention. Now, with these measures being taken, I hope there is no circumvention because these guys are really suffering, particularly long products.
All right. Take your point. So at the moment, at least, there is no chance for steel stock prices to rise. That's the bottom line for us as we do Top 10.